Yo, 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 what's up? It's your boy, the Black Cat, Brandon Herbert, once again, and we have a big show. I know it's been a couple of weeks since the last show, but let's get it cracking. This is the Black Cats Podcast.
Y'all know what time it is. Why? I like to introduce the song. Bow, ha, and present to many. Ha, Carolina Panthers. T1, let go. There we go again. You know we about to show out, cause we know we gon' win. We ready for the kick out, so go on, let us in, so we can hit the end zone and show you how we dance. Black, blue, silver, white, black, blue. Yeah, black, blue, silver, white, black, blue. Yeah. Game face on, ready for whatever. Rain, sleet, snow, go through any weather. We gon' play to win, as long as we together. We gon' take it out, cause ain't nobody better. Heart of a champ, mind of a winner. All we do is win, that's the anthem. Show up to your city and make a lot of noise, and they be like, who that? Panther! Yeah, we be going hard, and we be going strong. We known everywhere, cause we be putting on. Losing on condone that, point blank period. Shut the lead down, cause it is that serious. There we go again. You know we about to show out, cause we know we gon' win. We ready for the kick out, so go on, let us in, so we can hit the end zone and show you how we dance. Black, blue, silver, white, black, blue. Yeah, black, blue, silver, white, black, blue. We gon' get it. Yeah.
What is going on, Panther Nation? Let's get this little sponsor out of the way. Well, not little sponsor, a big sponsor to help you lose weight, gain weight, whatever the case may be. Just live your life a lot healthier. Visit goherbalife.com/Brandon Herbert and enter the code BLACKCAT1. That's Black KAT 1, and you will get 10% off of anything. We sell protein, we sell things for your heart, we sell things, for your digestive system. We sell things that can just make you an overall healthier person. So once again, that's goherbalife.com//Brandon Herbert. Enter the code BLACKCAT1 and receive 10% off. It's been a while, so let's get straight to it. There's a lot of news going around in Panther Nation right now, even in the slow time, because with all the new owners and everything like that, it's an exciting time. It truly is an exciting time to be a Panthers fan. So like I said, let's just jump right into it. Now, this is one of the questions that I proposed to the ones on the C3 podcast and everything like that. It's just a question, and I want to do a little more deeper dive into it. Does Cam Newton finally have enough weapons to limit his excuses? On paper, I get it. They haven't played together and everything yet, but on paper, in my view, Cam Newton has quite a bit of weapons. He has some of the more talented weapons in the league. Not like on the Steelers and them level, but I would give it, like, on paper, top 10 by far, and probably like a top 5 to 7, like as far as offensive weapons, because you still got to look at it like this. All right, so when Cam Newton had Greg Olsen last year, even when he was hurt, just because Greg Olsen makes that much of a factor, and he was up and down when he could return, he was 6-1. So that says a lot about the presence of Greg Olsen, for one. So you get Greg Olsen back. He's healthy. Finally, he his foot has had a whole year to heal up, so that shouldn't give him an issue anymore. Get Greg Olsen back, and then you have Christian McCaffrey, C-Mac, coming back for his second year. I think this is going to be unlike a lot of you already know, I think that this is going to be like one of the best years for Christian McCaffrey in his young career. It's going to be so much better than last year. I think he's going to get used the right way. I think he's going to be our version of LT. Now, I'm not saying he's going to do as much as LT or anything like that, but he bulked up a little bit. He actually looks like a lot stronger and everything like that, of pure muscle. And let's say, for instance, if he's not our LT, let's say that if he's a Darren Sproles, I would be happy with that. That Darren Sproles is a very valued member, to every team that he's been on so far, and he's done great things. So, I do believe that Christian McCaffrey will have that role and everything like that. Then you got, C.J. Anderson. C.J. Anderson, now, I think that Christian McCaffrey and C.J. Anderson are going to have sort of kind of that double trouble role, but at the same time, I think they're going to put a little bit more on Christian McCaffrey. I might be wrong, but I feel that Ron Rivera actually is going to try and attempt to see if this is where, he can lean on, is he's going to try to see if Christian McCaffrey can be that the bell cow. And, you guys already know my belief that he can. I believe that, he can run between the tackles. I believe that he is going to he's going to make a difference this year, not just in the receiving game. And one thing that I did notice, and because our line really struggled, even with Norwell and everything, our line struggled to create like space between the runners. They struggled at the penetration. They struggled, to provide any sort of lanes. So this is what, if I was the coach, I would do. And I know that I'm not the smartest guy in the room, but if you struggle with that, if you know that your line, and the best person on our line probably right now is probably Turner. If you know your line struggles, you need to go to more of a zone blocking scheme. You go to a zone blocking scheme. The zone blocking scheme is designed because our line is athletic. We're just not a powerhouse. So the zone blocking scheme is built for a more athletic, lineman, but some may not be as technically sound as the rest of the linemen. So what zone blocking scheme is, it's a deception for the defensive lineman, and I do believe that will work. Like Trey Turner is one of the more athletic, guards in the league. Say what you want about Matt Khalil, he might suck in the passing game, and still he probably sucked in the running game, but he is a very athletic, tackle. So I believe that with all my heart that if we go to a zone blocking scheme, just look back when with the Texans, that's probably the perfect example. With the Texans, before like a few years back when they had Matt Schaub and Aaron Foster and everything like that, and look how successful it was, and look at the lanes that they were opening, and it was because of that zone scheme. The zone scheme. So at times, you might allow a defensive tackle to come straight through and let him look and set him up like he's about to make a tackle, and somebody comes from the side and blindsides him. That's what a zone scheme does for your linemen, and you can have gaping holes if ran successfully. So, like I said, I do believe that that's a scheme that we should look at least. Because I think that we're not a powerhouse running team anymore. Like, if you look at the linemen we have and everything like that, that's just not us anymore. And I hope that Ron Rivera, he gets out of his own way and actually see that we are more athletic. We can do the whole zone blocking. I hope that North Turner sees that we can run more zone blocking because if we just line up just to hit somebody in the mouth, we are going to suffer because that's not what our offensive line are good at, and hopefully they can protect Cam. I know that Matt Khalil claims that he was injured all last year, all this kind of stuff. So we'll see. I mean, I'm still not a big fan of his, so we'll see. The only person, like, I truly do think that I know a lot of people harp down my throat and everything about Ryan Khalil, but I truly do think that Ryan Khalil, even with when Cam was running and everything, I get what people say that Cam made up a large percentage of our rushing to have. That's why we were ranked number 4, which that is totally accurate. But I also think that one of the things that happened with that in the last 5 to 6 weeks of the season is because Ryan Khalil was in. If you look at the difference between Tyler Lawson and Ryan Khalil, you can see that there were, even if it was a little slight hole, there were more openings for our running backs compared to when he wasn't in there. So I still think he's a value commodity. I know that he said he's going to retire after the year, so hopefully we can get him a Super Bowl so he can go out on top. He's a really good dude. You know, I can't say enough about him, but yeah. So you know, we got the running backs. I believe, you know, C.J. Anderson, he could, if wanted to, he can be that Jonathan Stewart 2.0, but he's younger. He still has juice in the tank and everything like that. So I think that he will be a pretty good backup to Christian McCaffrey, or pretty good, you know, 1-2 punch. So, and then you look at our receivers, like our receiving room is crowded right now, and it may not be like superstars on our receiving room, but we have a lot of solid receivers that has potential to be those superstar type players. Like, I mean, you guys already know how much of a fan I am of DJ Moore. You know, the only thing I liked about Ridley Moore is his route running ability and everything like that. But then DJ Moore wasn't asked to do a lot, you know, when he was in college. But I absolutely love DJ Moore's attitude on the field. Like, he's a nice guy when he's off the field. He's really quiet and everything like that. I seen some of his clothing line is pretty dope. Like, y'all should check that out. Like, but when he's on the field, he's a dog. He's a dog. He's a dog. He's a dog. I'm telling you, like, DJ Moore will be a difference maker this year. Barring injury, he will be a difference maker this year. And then, speaking of injury, you have Curtis Samuel coming back. I believe that Norv Turner will be able to use his speed a lot more than what Mike Shula did, because, like I said, that was one of Mike Shula's biggest weaknesses. You know, is scheming. So I believe that he will be able to use his speed a little bit more. Like he's already said, it's not that the guy's fast. You have to learn how to play with that speed, and that's a big difference. Like, anybody can be just fast, but if you learn how to play with your speed and learn how to take advantage of your speed, then that will be different. You know, then we got Torrey Smith. He may not have the blazer that he used to have, but he can get deep. He can make those plays happen. You know, the only thing, well, we have Devin Funches. You know, like I said before, this is a make or break year for him. Devin, I'm telling you right now, if Devin Funches don't come out and demand that starting role with his play, I'm making a prediction right now that we might just get rid of him. We might trade him like we did Kelvin Benjamin, get something for him. If we don't trade him this year, I do believe that we'll re-sign him. We're not going to re-sign him to a huge deal because he doesn't deserve like the biggest deal, but we will re-sign him if we don't trade him. I don't see him coming. You know, I don't see him. Leaving in free agency or anything like that. I do see us like either trading him or re-signing him. You know, then we got the Jerry's right. I don't really see him making this team. Like, first of all, you don't hear nothing about him like that, and then I just don't see him making this team because I still believe that Bird, because of his return ability and because of his speed, will make this team. You know, the receivers are loaded. I'm telling you right now, I truly do believe that the receiving room is going to be quite something this year with all different types of personality, and and yes, in all different sizes, shapes, speeds and everything. I do believe that receiving room will be a factor this year, and it will be a good factor as well. So unless the offensive line is just so bad, I mean, they would have to play so bad. I believe that this is the year that we find out who Cam Newton really is. If we make excuses for him all the time. Sometimes I even make excuses for him. But is Cam Newton that MVP type, or is he just a above average quarterback? He's a top 10 to 12 quarterback. We will find out this year, but I'm leaning towards more of the top 5 because I believe that Cam Newton, he is a special talent, and we all know that he's a special talent. That's no denying it. But when it comes to being that elite level with the weapons and everything around him, I believe that he will show everybody how elite he really is. Speaking of Cam Newton's value, I got into like a debate and an argument with this idiot on YouTube. Obviously he was an Eagles fan, supposedly now. We about to start seeing all these Eagle fans coming out the brick. Every year, it don't matter. Remember when Carolina went to the Super Bowl, all these Carolina Panthers fans. I've been a Carolina Panther fan my whole life. I ain't never seen that many Carolina Panthers fans. How many Carolina Panthers fans, I'm just saying. But supposedly, like I said, let me get back on track. Supposedly, this guy's a Philadelphia Eagle fan. He was doing something. I was watching a Madden video and everything like that. He was doing talking about some of the ratings and everything. And this sucker kept bashing Cam Newton because he was like, Carson Wentz should be higher than him, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't even arguing that part. But he was like, Cam Newton is a terrible quarterback. He is blah, blah, blah. And I'm not a Cam Newton apologist. I'm going to tell you, if he misses a throw, I'm going to be like, he shouldn't have missed that throw. But then he said that he is the most, one of the worst, quarterbacks in the league. Then he was like, what else did he say? He was like, that he looked up these stats and everything and stuff like that and said that he is the most overrated and inconsistent quarterback in the league. And in history, actually, he said, in history. And I said, look, Cam Newton does have his inconsistencies, and I'm not defending that, but to say he is the most inconsistent quarterback in NFL history, and he said he's not even a top 10 quarterback, I was pissed. It pissed me off, and I don't really get upset about that because, like I said, I'm not a Cam Newton apologist. I know that Cam Newton is inconsistent at times and sometimes inaccurate and stuff like that. But to say that he's the worst in NFL history and all this type of stuff, Cam Newton, actually, I'll have to look it up. I don't think he's had more than 14 picks in a year. That's more than what Andrew Luck can say. I don't get all this hate on Cam Newton. Like I said, I'm gonna tell you how it really is and everything like that. But I don't get the hate on Cam Newton because the more we had this conversation, the more frustrated I began to become because he showed his lack of NFL knowledge with some of the stuff he was saying, and he brought up stats that that may have favored his argument and all that kind of stuff. Doesn't bring up the whole stats, but he brought up stats that may have favored his argument and everything like that. And then I started scrolling down the comments and everything, not just mine, but others, and everybody was saying how much this kid lacks football knowledge. He doesn't look at the game. He just goes off of, what PFF or whatever you call it, what their rankings and stuff like that, and then they do a lot of work, so I can't knock all their rankings and stuff like that. But you can tell that he doesn't really watch. He doesn't know football. And Cam Newton wasn't even rated that high. Cam Newton is like an 86 on the game. An 86. You're trying to tell me Cam Newton didn't deserve to be an 86 after what he did last year with the limited amount of weapons he had and everything. And like I said, I didn't even make excuses for Cam about the limited amount of weapons and the lack of separation and stuff, because I'm like, you're an NFL quarterback. You shouldn't be missing receivers like that. But let's be real. Cam Newton didn't have the best of weapons. His weapons were either hurt. He was freaking, throwing the clay and freaking, I don't know who else. Shoot, I'm surprised David Geddes didn't come off the couch and play for Carolina, because we could have used him. He was throwing to nobodies. And you're going to say they talk down instead of looking at the actual game? It really ticks me off. I'm not even going to give the kid credit, put him out there or anything like that, because he doesn't deserve to be. And I don't even know if he's a kid. He sounded like he was a grown man. His video was trash. So if you're going to trash anybody, make sure you have the logistics and the facts and everything that, don't just bring one side, kids. I'm just saying, don't bring one side. Just, yeah. Anyway, it really got me heated. I don't get it, but there are gonna be haters on the Panthers all day long. There was this other one YouTube guy. He was a Saints fan. Blah blah blah. He hated on the Panthers so much. And what is it with everybody every year not giving Carolina credit? The only people that give Carolina credit, sort of, kind of, is Nate Burleson and them on Good Morning Football. They appreciate Cam. They appreciate the Panthers. Everybody else, freaking Heath Evans, that bum. I'm glad he got fired from NFL Network. That bum. He always had Carolina with a losing record. Every year, even on our 15-1 season, he would pick us every game to lose, because that's how much he had, and he hated Carolina. Don't know why, but it's sickening. And for these people that hate to admit when they're wrong, when they said Atlanta was gonna beat, Atlanta was gonna beat not just us, but Atlanta was gonna win the division and all this kind of stuff. Come on with that bull. Their defense isn't even that great. They lost, a lot of pieces. Come on with that. I don't want to hear anything about the Falcons. I don't want to hear anything about the Falcons. You can tell me about the Saints all day long. Yes, the Saints are going to be a good team. They're going to be the team to beat in our division. And I tell you this because I'm a realist. We have to beat the Saints so we can get to where we want to get to. The Falcons, I'm not even worried about them. Julio Jones is acting like a biatch. First of all, what is wrong with Julio Jones? People can say all day long, oh, he's underpaid. Well, damn it, you signed the damn contract. I'm sorry for cursing, but come on. I can see if it was one more year left. Okay, Aaron Donald, he hasn't even got paid yet. He has a legit reason. I'm tired of these freaking NFL players. And I'm so glad that you don't hear a lot of that coming out of Carolina. When is the last holdout that you've actually remembered seeing it? And you can't even count Josh Norman, because Josh Norman, he was going to show up. He was just waiting to sign the tender. So when was the last holdout? I'm glad we don't have that type of BS going on with Carolina. You know who? Cam. He deserves a bigger contract. He deserves more money. He has 2 years left. You've never heard him talk about his contract. and less being asked the question. And he's a quarterback. Where do Julio Jones get off signing a 5-year deal and wait until 2 years pass and ask for more money? I mean, even with his deal now, he's like the third highest rate, or the third or fourth highest receiver paid or something like that. Like, I don't get this. Like, Julio Jones really just made me, like, I hated the Falcons, and because he was on the Falcons, I absolutely hated him. But that was the only reason that I hated him. But he really just made me hate him. Like, him as a person. Like, come on. Like, 3 years left? 3 years left. Not 2. I could even appreciate it if it was 2 years left. Like Aaron Rodgers. I could appreciate it if 2 years left. But, yet again, Aaron Rodgers has been asked those questions. Never once brought out, hey, I'm about to hold out. I'm about to do this. I'm about to do that. No. We get it's a business, but anybody that tells me that it's justifiable that somebody with 3 years left on their deal can re-up on a deal, you signed it. You signed the deal. Can re-up on a deal is asinine to me. And I don't care about them saying that owners can cut you at any time, blah, blah, blah. Screw that. Like, and I'm not just talking from a fan. I'm saying, like, from a business aspect, the owners you're not going to get a 3-year deal, or get a new negotiating with 3 years left on your contract. Nobody's going to do that. Even the Falcons already said they are not going to do that. And, I really dislike Le'Veon Bell, even though he's on the franchise tag and everything like that. You're literally all right, so you can at least meet them halfway in the middle. If the running back thing, the highest running back is Devontae Freeman with 8.3 or something $million or something like that per year, and the Steelers are offering you 14. Like Sammy Watkins just got 16. I get that, and Cooks and everybody like that. I get that, but they are receivers. And yes, as great as a player you are, I mean, to me, you're not even the best back in the league. And that might sound like I'm just hating or whatever, but you're not the best back in the league. To me, it'll be Todd Gurley. Well, yeah, it would be Todd Gurley. Somebody that a lot of players forgot about, a lot of people forgot about, David Johnson. Tell me that he wasn't just as much of a beast as freaking Lev Bell when it came to receiving and doing it all. And then I'll give Lev Bell third. Like, I don't get NFL players. Like the league. I mean, first of all, you're not gonna. I guarantee you, Lev Bell isn't gonna win this because I'm not. I mean, I get they're saying all it takes is one team. I can guarantee you this. No one team is going to pay him $17+ million a year. So good luck with that, Lev Bell. And I know this is a Carolina Panther podcast, but I just had to get all that out because, like, it's ridiculous. Anyway, moving on to some Carolina Panther talk. I want to talk about how much of a loss is TD for the first 4 games. A lot of people be like, oh, he's slowing down, blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. To me, it's going to be a devastating loss. And if, like I said, this is a two-parter because it's going to be a devastating loss. Because, you can't get that leadership back. I don't care what Shaq Thompson or everybody does. Can't get that leadership back. He motivates you. He motivates me, and I'm not even playing. Like, he's a great motivator. Can't get all that back. He's a very, very intelligent and smart player. And a very, very good cover linebacker. Like, and that brings me to the next subject, and that's it, Shaq Thompson. I'm knocking because Shaq Thompson, are you going to, kick in the door? Or are you just going to show us that you are truly a bust at at least a first round bust. Like, because so far you haven't done anything impressive to me. I mean, maybe you've done that to some other people, but not to me. You haven't done not one thing impressive. And I have to I have to see more. Shaq Thompson, you've shown little flashes here and there. And that's cool. But these first 4 games, to me, I don't know how the team is taking it or anything like that, but I'm saying for me, these first 4 games are going to show me a lot about you. I don't need any more talking. I want to see action because TD's gone for the first 4. TD's gone for the first 4, and everything that I just mentioned that we're missing or that we're going to be missing. Let's see if you make up for it, because if not, we're just dead. Like, so that's it. I mean, it's time. It's time. Like, for you to step up or step aside, because we need to draft an outside linebacker if you're not going to be there. But yeah, I mean, it's something that a lot of people need to start thinking about. A replacement for Thomas Davis if Shaq Thompson isn't going to be that. And as you guys know, we've got a new owner, which I actually think I really, really am going to like him. I'm going to talk about a little bit of the press conference and everything and what it means for the franchise. He talked about a lot of things. The main thing he talked about was winning, and I love that attitude. Of course, what else is he going to talk about, but I love the winning attitude, the winning mantra, and everything like that. So hopefully, he does the things necessary that's gonna help us win. And with that being said, I honestly think that, because he's a successful businessman, I honestly think that nobody other than Cam Newton and Luke Kuechly and our cornerstones, nobody's safe. That goes for Ron Rivera too, as well, because he wasn't really glowing when he talked about Norv Turner and Ron Rivera and everything like that. He said that they're good coaches, which that's not a lie. They're good coaches, but he did press a lot on winning. And not that we're going to take a step back, but hopefully this is our first, winning back-to-back seasons. But like Ron Rivera needs to reevaluate. I think he's getting a little bit complacent, because he needs to really reevaluate where he wants this team to go and everything. Because the thing is, we haven't won anything. And he's not Riverboat Ron no more. He went back to his conservative ways. Like, I truly believe that he needs to step up as a coach and show us that he is a Super Bowl winning coach.
Hey, not much, man. How about you?
You good? Have you been here before?
Yeah, yes, time. Just once or twice. Too many. I do know my wife wants, in particular, the peanut butter jelly.
Peanut butter jelly? Did you know what? Are both of y'all getting one?
Yes.
Did you know what teas did y'all want?
She wants raspberry.
Raspberry? What about yourself?
I'll do the raspberry tea. I don't know what flavor.
So you don't know what flavor? Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the shake?
Yeah.
That's fine. How's everything been going?
Not bad. Not bad. How about you? Just like shots or something.
No, most of them are like just mixed drinks. Just come in a regular cup.
Yeah, I'll do the white Reese's.
You want to carry?
Yes. So you can get like a shake and you can say like maybe make it a post workout or a pre workout and you add some stuff to it.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same as like this, except it will be like made with like post workout, pre-workout, and stuff like that.
And your guys' post workout has like branched chain amino acids and things like that.
Our post workout is mainly different because it like replenishes like everything that you lose. It like replenishes it. So you know the aching feeling and the pain feeling that like, a lot of people have like days after they work out.
Yeah.
It helps you not like sore.
Gotcha. What does that add to it? Like if I say, hey, I want a post workout shake.
It's the our post workout is our rebuild.
Well, yeah, but does it add like $1 or $2?
Oh no, it's the same price.
Oh really?
It's just made with the post workout instead of other stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I used to come here at the gym in the morning before work, so I got
It'll feel incredible after working out.
Alright, you have a good day, man.
I honestly could see. I'm sorry, guys. I had a little bit of technical difficulties. It like was going in and out. Hopefully, you're still with me, and you can fast forward the last 5 minutes or so, or whatever. So, but yeah, uh, hopefully, I can really see. I can really see that. David Gettleman be like, I'm not David Gettleman. David Temper be like, I'm just about to thrash the whole team if it doesn't go well. So, like I said, everybody needs to be on the P's and Q's. Hopefully, it giving everybody a little push and motivation to reach the ultimate goal, which is the Super Bowl. Also, a lot of names, we have a lot of names at cornerback right now, just as we do with the receiver. But this time, are they just bodies or are they actually good players? We got Crotwell, we got our rookie, Eden or whatever his name is from last year. We got Jackson. We got so many different so many different young players. my question is to you, like, are they any good? Like, I mean, are we still gonna have one of the worst secondaries in the league? I'm not a huge James Bradbury fan. Uh, you know, he doesn't do anything that pop out to me like, wow. We need a ball hawk. We need Jason Peter, uh, type, cornerback. And like I said, are they any good? I mean, that's the issue, or are they just bodies? Like, will we be getting roasted again? So hopefully that that'll make a difference. Like, well, with the personnel and being different and everything in the back end. So hopefully they will be better. But another thing that I think will be better, that the reason that the secondary will not suffer as much is because I believe our deep line got tremendously better. One of the most underrated storylines in the league, and trust me, people will find out how great of a signing this was. We locked him up for a couple years, I believe. I think it was 3 years. Dontari Poe. We got a bargain on him, and him and KK Short in the middle. Trust me, you're doubling team with them. You're singling the outside, no matter who it is. So I can see Pep getting another double-digit sack. Like, I truly believe like that is going to be a monster in the middle. Imagine how it's going to, like, that combination is going to make everybody so much better. Everybody so much better. Luke Kuechly is going to make the linebackers better. It's going to make the secondary better. Everybody is going to get better because of that. If Poe can give us what he did in Kansas City and Atlanta, along with freaking KK, trust me, this defensive line will start getting the respect that it deserves. A couple of the last thing I just had that I wanted to really discuss, whatever, is, the Madden ratings and everything like that. Luke Kuechly comes in at 99. Nobody really had a problem with that and everything like that. Cam Newton, as I said earlier, came in at 86. Don't really have a problem with that. I'm not surprised, but I'm kind of like, couldn't even give my man DJ Moore 80, but it's fine. He was a 77, I believe. I would at least went 80, 78. Like, but I mean, they all. I'm a huge Madden fan. Like as I said, I'm about to start on YouTube and everything. Playing a little Madden with the franchise and everything. When Madden 19 comes out, can't wait for that to come out. So yeah, and if we are doing, I'm getting everything together now. We're going to do a giveaway. The new Madden copy for anyone that goes to my sponsor website. That's goherbalife.com / Brandon Herbert, BrandonHerbert. You go to my website, place your order or whatever. Use the keyword black cat, and if you do that, we're gonna. It depends on how many people we can get, but regardless of it, like, that'll enter you into a drawing for a brand new copy of Madden 19. So if you just go to my website, find something if you like to work out or anything that the case may be. We do also offer free wellness profiles, wellness consultations. So it's free. Just go to my website, click the wellness consultation button. It'll give you a free meal plan and everything like that. If you decide to purchase, just type in the promo box Black Cat 1, and I mean, let me know if you're having any trouble with that, but you shouldn't have no trouble. But just type in Black Cat 1. It'll automatically enter you into winning a copy of Madden 19, I'll do probably a Facebook post, or however y'all can decide however you want me to draw it, but I'll draw the names and everything for Madden 19. If you're a Madden fan or whatever, just hit me up, and like I said, just place an order, automatically enter you into that drawing. And like I said, like I tell you every week, like, thank you guys for all your support, everything you've done. Please like, share, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Hit the little bell icon so it can let you know when a new podcast has been uploaded, or any of my content, not just my podcast. If you want to see anything, yes. So like, share, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at BlackCat1. And yeah, I think we're done here. I know we ran over a little bit and everything, and then with the technical difficulties, I'm gonna see if I can kind of like edit that part out. But if I can't, then just fast forward it, and then you'll catch me or anything like that. So like I said, thank you guys for all your support. If you feel like it, we do have a donating button on my website. It's blackcatcommunity.com. You can go there. We're about to start pumping out new articles. We haven't really touched the site in a while. We're about to rebrand it and everything, so we're about to start pumping out new articles and everything like that. If you have the time, and if you want to be able to put your message out there, and if you want to be able to, voice your opinion on Carolina and everything, we have a couple of slots open. If you want to join our writing team, just let me know. Just hit me up on Twitter or any of my social media sites. You go follow us on Panther Nation 28 on Facebook, and like us and everything like that. Just if you want to be a part of this and everything like that, like I said, we're always looking to improve ourselves. So like I said, thank you guys, and don't forget, if you're not a Panthers fan, you're not a fan at all.
Y'all know what time it is. Why? I like to introduce the song. Bow, ha, and present to many. Ha, Carolina Panthers. T1, let go. There we go again. You know we about to show out, cause we know we gon' win. We ready for the kick out, so go on, let us in, so we can hit the end zone and show you how we dance. Black, blue, silver, white, black, blue. Yeah, black, blue, silver, white, black, blue. Yeah, game face on, ready for whatever. Rain, sleet, snow, go through any weather. We gon' play to win, as long as we together. We gon' take it out, cause ain't nobody better. Heart of a champ, mind of a winner. All we do is win, that's the anthem. Show up to your city and make a lot of noise, and they be like, who that? Panther! Yeah, we be going hard, and we be going strong. We known everywhere, cause we be putting on. Losing on condone that, point blank period. Shut the lead down, cause it is that serious. There we go again. You know we about to show out, cause we know we gon' win. We ready for the kick out, so go on, let us in, so we can hit the end zone and show you how we dance. Black, blue, silver, white, black, blue. Yeah, black, blue, silver, white, black, blue. We gon' get it. Yeah.